can't do anything. Whoa, hold on. What's going? Hold on.
A body camera is worn to make sure that everyone is treated fairly and that no one can twist the truth to get out of a situation unfairly. But what do we do when the very people who are supposed to protect us, the cops, are the reason we need these cameras in the first place?
Why don't you shut up? I'm not talking to you.
What is your proof?
Even if they might not have faced severe punishments, the humiliations they faced on the internet are the worst of them all. Here are some of the moments when corrupt cops realize they've been caught in the act. On November 12, 2019, in Indianapolis, a cop was incoherently yelling out orders at a duo who had just bought $1,000 worth of shopping at a convenience store. Without explaining why, the officer demanded to see their driver's licenses. It was clear that he was misusing his power, creating a tense and unfair situation.
For what?
Because I told you to.
You haven't have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me over. But you didn't pull me over.
Get the license out, or I'll hit for a backup, and I'll take
call
you
your
out of the car.
Call
Get your driver's license.
Call your
out.
supervisor,
Call
sir.
your
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Get
Please
your
call your
driver's
supervisor.
license.
Because
I'm
you had
not calling the
you're not
supervisor.
pulling me over,
You
neither.
get your driver's license
Call
out
your
right now.
supervisor.
Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate.
That's
For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights
You
to
don't have
do
the right
anything
to
I
run this
want to
place.
do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
That
this
doesn't
place.
Get your driver's
mean
license
anything.
out,
That
or I'll
doesn't mean
pull you
anything.
over and I'll tow your car.
You can't tow my car.
Get
You're
your
not pulling me
driver's
over.
license
You're not
out.
pulling me over.
Get your
What
driver's
is your badge
license
number,
out.
sir?
Right there it is.
What's
right
your name?
Can you read it to me?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Read your badge
Get
number and your name.
Get your driver's license
Read
out,
your
or I'm gonna
badge.
lock you
I'm
up.
asking you. You can't
I'm
lock me
telling
up. You can't lock me up.
Control Tom 3315.
We're asking you to call a supervisor, sir.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're not getting.
We're not getting a supervisor.
As the argument between the officer and the citizens dragged on, it became evident that the officer was intent on standing his ground, even though his accusations were baseless.
You see,
Driver's license out.
so he's not getting a supervisor. We requested a supervisor.
I don't mind showing you my driver's license,
me your
but
driver's
what is your reason that you're asking?
Because
Why?
you're acting suspicious.
How's he
About
acting-
what? You
'cause
what? You we was in there shopping.
I said, show me your driver's
What
license.
is the suspicion, sir?
Get your driver's license out.
You can't
Just
state
show
the
me your
suspicion.
driver's license. That's all I
Sir,
want to see.
you're not explaining to me. You didn't pull
I'm
me over.
explaining to
You
you.
jumped out your car and
I'm
asked me,
doing
did I
an
want to?
investigation.
What are you investigating?
Look,
You
get
just
your
see me in there
driver's
shopping.
license
I
out.
paid.
Because
I
we spent
paid.
money.
I paid for everything that I bought.
Get your driver's license out.
The officer then revealed that he was actually off duty, which makes you wonder, why would someone who's not even on the clock be acting like they are? Especially while still wearing their uniform. And despite being off duty, the cop didn't back down from his demands. What's even worse is that at the same time, he refused to cooperate with the basic rights the civilians had. It was as if he was determined to dig himself deeper into trouble, heading straight towards losing his job.
You don't got no warrants or nothing, you're gone. I don't have no problem.
What is the reason that you're stopping me?
I'm not going to argue with you no more.
I'm not
If
arguing. I'm trying to understand
Show me your
something.
The other
We
car
got
gets you,
video.
I'm going to take both of you out,
So,
and I'm going to tow your car.
Can you give me your name?
Your failure to identify.
I'm not. You have no
Show me
reason.
your driver-
You have
show
no
me your
reason to
driver-
pull me
Show
over.
me your driver's
You
license.
didn't even pull. You're not even behind me. You jumped out the car and told me
Exactly.
to stop.
You stopped right here.
we weren't in traffic, sir. We were
Give
pulling
me
out
your
of a
driver's
parking spot.
license, or I'm going to tow your car.
You're not
You
going to
can't
tow
tow
anything.
the car, sir.
You're not going to tow a car.
Step it up.
Call 911
I am.
on my phone.
He's
Get your
Lawrence.
driver's license.
He's Lawrence too. I know a couple of them.
I'm not refusing anything. I just want to
First
know.
of all-
Give me your driver's license.
First of all, you had to suspect him of a crime to ask for his identity. You
I
didn't
don't
do
have
that.
to- You don't know
Yeah,
the law.
yeah, I do know the law.
No, you don't
You-
know the law.
once you
Get
look
your
me-
driver's license out, make this easy. Just show me your driver's license and you can go.
What's your name, officer? That's all I want. Because we're
Show
following
me your
the.
driver's license and you can go.
We asked for a supervisor. You did not understand.
I'm not going to get a supervisor.
I'm asking for your name.
I'm off-duty employment.
You're off duty?
Exactly. Off-duty employment.
If you're off duty, then why are you stopping people?
I'm stopping you because you're suspicious.
Why
About
are we
what?
suspicious?
So what'd you come back around for?
Because I want to know
No, you jumped out of the car on us because we
Exactly.
looked at you.
Because I don't know what you guys are doing.
The cop still stuck to his wrong belief, still demanded the driver's license without probable cause. Was this traffic stop done out of actual suspicion, or were there hints of racism involved? Soon after, the officer completely misread the situation and decided to escalate things by raising his voice even louder. As if that wasn't enough, he pulled a stunt that made things even worse. He called for backup to protect him from harassing two innocent people. Absolute nonsense.
Look, you see all these bags in the back of the car? We just came out of the store seeing you, so you know what we're doing.
Driver's license. Just show them to me. And if your driver's license check out, I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, it's not gonna be let go.
I don't care what.
Sir, what is your name?
Threaten me. Are you threatening
It's not
me?
gonna be let go.
Are you gonna threaten me? Are you
why
crazy?
Why you got your
You
hand
gonna
in
threaten
here?
a police
Why
officer?
you got your hand on the window? I'm not scared of you. I'm not worried about you. I
I'm
haven't
not
done
worried
anything.
about you
We
either.
ain't broke no
Get
laws.
your driver's license out right now.
We are not
I'm
broke
about
no
to,
laws.
sir. Can you give me your name?
Get your driver's
Name?
license out.
Can you identify
Get your
yourself?
driver's license
Can you
out.
identify yourself?
Get your driver's license
Can you
out.
identify yourself, sir?
You see who I am? You see my badge?
What's your
But
name?
what is your name?
Get your driver's
What is your
license.
name, sir?
Control Tom 3315.
The tense exchange continued, with the officer repeatedly demanding the same thing over and over again. Thankfully, the citizens stood their ground and confronted the cop. The officer refused to give his name and his badge number, yet he had the audacity to demand someone else's driver's license without offering any reason for it. And then he goes above and beyond his limits and yells at the two people to shut up.
Refusing to identify himself.
Get your driver's license out.
A civil servant,
Off duty.
off duty, pulling people over at Nordstrom parking
Ain't
lot.
nobody pulled you over. You stopped.
Well, if you ain't
No,
pull us over, you don't need to
stopped
see no
me.
license.
You jumped out and stopped
No,
me.
I said, show me your driver's
You
license.
jumped out and
I
stopped me.
said, show me your ID.
You jumped out and stopped
I'm
me,
not gonna
sir.
argue with you.
It's not an argument.
Okay, we
Wait,
just had.
wait,
It's just
okay.
one question. What was the reason for you jumping out on us?
Suspicious behavior.
What, like what?
Exactly.
What was the suspicious behavior?
Exactly.
Buying a bunch of shoes
But
at
you guys are
Nordstrom?
coming back around to look at me.
No,
or
you jumped
do
out the
whatever
car.
You're gonna do.
You
I don't
jumped
know
out
if
the
you got
car
guns or
first.
what.
You jumped out the car first. That's why we
Get
came
your
back.
driver's license out. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Because you ain't got to do nothing. He can't even pull you over out there. He can't pull you over.
Get your driver's license
Let's go,
out.
cuz.
We're gonna wait for backup, sir.
Yeah, we wait.
An authority over you, or
You
however.
don't have no authority over
Not
me.
me. Not
We're
me.
asking. We
No
want
cop
the.
has an
supervisor.
authority over me.
Your
Who's your
supervisor?
supervisor?
I don't have a supervisor out.
Oh, you're a self-contracted civil servant. Is that what you're saying?
I don't answer questions to you. We'll wait.
You don't even answer what your name is, officer?
Nope.
You can't even tell us that?
Nope.
Are you really an officer of the law?
Yep.
We don't have any proof that you are.
Well, that's
Because
too
you have a
bad.
shirt that
Get
says
your
law.
driver's license out.
What is your proof that you're even legal to pull?
Shut
stop
up.
us? What is
Why
your
don't
proof?
you shut up?
What
I'm
is
not
your
talking
proof?
to you.
What is your proof? I'm being calm. You don't have to yell and spit in the car.
Yeah, I do.
Now you're spitting bodily fluids on us.
Yeah. There you go.
That kind of behavior is definitely not what you expect from a police officer, unless there's a valid reason behind it. And in this case, there wasn't. When another officer arrived on the scene, he tried to figure out what was really going on. The problem was that he was getting two completely different sides of the story. So, which one was actually true? He speaks to the two people in the car who confirm that they don't need to identify themselves. The corrupt cop definitely was not having a good day.
Give us his name.
I don't know his name.
He won't give us the name.
Okay,
So we want to file a complaint.
Okay.
And I know he's Lawrence, and that's what I was like. I know y'all ain't got time for this foolishness.
Is he Lawrence or is he? I don't.
He said
even-
Lawrence
shirt
on.
says.
Yeah, it said Lawrence Township.
Okay.
Something.
So that'll be something that you'll have to take up.
We'll-
with the
we'll get
Lawrence-
with them.
the Lawrence Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
If that's the case, because honestly, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him before.
He was aggressive too, man. Like he was just like when you was talking to him, you see how he was stumbling. He couldn't really explain why we're suspicious.
Sure.
Why are we
So
suspicious?
how can we get his information?
Well, we appreciate you being civil with us and trying to really figure out what really was going on. Because look,
Well, the only way for me to figure out what's going on is ask questions.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
right,
until
and I
show
know
up, so.
y'all know. I know IMPD. I know y'all got bigger and better things to do than come up here for some rogue security officer, man. But he just he made our experience so bad, man, and it was unnecessary. And he just.
Okay.
But we just wanted to explain it to you, you know,
Sure.
what was going on,
Yep,
because
I
I
get
know he couldn't really articulate what he was trying to say.
Yeah, as far as I know, based upon what happened, I don't think either of us have any reasonable suspicion that there's a crime taking place.
Right.
It says there's no reason for a traffic stop at this point.
Right.
So there's no legal requirement for you to identify yourself to an officer at that point. So if you don't want to give him ID, then you don't have to give him ID at that point.
And we tried to be calm and talk to him like that, and he just, I don't have to tell you, leaning in the car, spitting all in the car. He's just, I don't know if he's having a bad day. His wife left him. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But hey, man, I appreciate you, boss.
As far as I'm concerned, you guys are good to go.
Yes, sir.
Take care, all right?
Appreciate it.
Fortunately, the two people were able to go on their way without any further trouble. Sadly, the same can't be said for the officer. He was fired that very same day. But this corrupt cop wasn't the only one misusing his power. In another disturbing incident, a different officer in Arkansas took things to a whole new level of wrong. On May 10, 2019, a red Hyundai driven by a disabled veteran and his wife was involved in an encounter with a state trooper. The couple's car was captured on the dash cam of the officer's vehicle. What happened next was shocking. The officer, in a reckless attempt to pull them over, ended up causing a collision with the Hyundai. The reason the trooper tried to pull them over in the first place was based on nothing more than ignorance.
Pull into the parking lot. Pull into the parking lot. 16 Hot Springs. Go and send one of the normal units over here to the shoe factory. I had a car slam on the brakes in front of me. License, registration, insurance, sir.
Yeah, sure. Why are you pulling me over?
Because you're following me too closely and nearly ran into me.
No, I did not. You slammed on your brakes. You had no brake. You had no turn signal or nothing.
I had to turn around on the car without speeding. I'm doing my job out here, sir. Give me your license.
You hit me. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll see you in court, dude.
The driver, later identified as Brian Donner, was not having it with the cop's attitude, and rightfully so. But the lies thrown by the cop aren't where it stops, as he flings open the car door forcefully and arrests Donner.
There's no damage between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a bro. You
Get out of the car. Get out.
okay?
Get out of the car.
Okay,
Get out of the car.
I'm getting out.
There's no need for that.
Why are you doing that?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct, sir.
Ooh. Hey, call your dad.
There's no need for that. There's no need for cussing. There's no need for cussing.
Sergeant.
Stand up. Stand up.
I'm trying, okay?
Come on. Take a seat until you can calm down.
Okay.
Why are you doing this?
Ma'am, there was no need for cussing me out. Until he can calm down and act like an adult, he's going to sit in the back of the car.
Let me explain to you. My husband has severe PTSD. Severe. He's a 100% disabled veteran. And why I'm here.
You gonna talk to me? You gonna let me talk, or you just gonna interrupt me the entire time, ma'am?
I'm sorry.
The cop shows no remorse even after being informed about the man's condition and continues to justify his actions. Even though they were completely irrelevant, the cop's story stands unjustified and untrue since his dash cam captured the entire situation. It is a direct contradiction between his story and the footage being recorded. Even the other officer had to ask him multiple times about his version of the story. It goes to show that maybe this wasn't the first time that cop dealt with something similar in the past.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
You feel pretty confident in what you did with the right?
Yes, sir.
The turn and everything?
I didn't cut anyone off when I made a quick U-turn. When I pulled in, when I went to pull and turn around to get to him, he saw him moving straight over. I moved over to try to get behind him.
I'm talking about when you first did the U-turn back when he was following you.
Yes, sir. The car was going 60. I was trying to turn.
I'm talking about when you slowed down, they say you slammed on your brakes and did a U-turn.
I hit the brakes and turned around. I wouldn't say I was slamming on the brakes. Like slamming hard on it, I didn't do that. I mean, I hit the brakes and turned around, so I'm not losing control as I'm trying to turn around.
Donner was discharged with a citation for the situation. The officer, later identified as Officer Augustine, was informed that he would be fired and that he had failed his duty as a law enforcement officer. Not all corrupt cops can get their way. This next case is one such example that shows that maybe studying about the law as a police officer is mandated. On July 20th, 2022 in Harris County, Texas, a driver's dash cam recorded the driver quoting the famous line of rapper Ice Cube while passing by a police car. After this attempt, that same police car followed him and pulled him over.
Police!
It might not have been the smartest idea to cuss out a cop, but the driver adjusts his camera so it catches the interaction between the driver and the cop, who was not impressed by the man's actions. The exchange between the two is borderline hilarious, as the driver refused whatever the cop was asking with his quick and witty responses.
Roll it down?
Why do you pull me over?
I'll tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from your car.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over, because I'm yelling?
I don't know if you need help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help.
So,
thank you.
Okay, let me see your driver's license real quick.
I don't need help.
Okay, can I see your driver's license?
What for?
You didn't use the turn signal when you made a turn.
Of course I did.
Let me see your driver's license.
You can hear the sound on the dash cam, too.
Let me see your driver's license. You can just crack the window if that's what you want to do.
It's already cracked.
I can't see that.
Well, it doesn't matter. Here. I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. Did you not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law says.
The officer wants to take the
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this.
Are you carrying?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the car, then what?
You got one on your hip. So what?
His refusal stemmed from the knowledge he had about the laws followed in Texas, so much so that the clear annoyance was apparent on the cop's face, and his patience was slowly running out. But that did not change the demeanor or behavior of the driver.
Do I smell alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my
I
breath?
can smell something coming out.
Oh, really?
Let's see. Let me do some field sobriety.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me where I was coming
Oh,
from.
I just saw you driving down.
Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions. I've already told you. Let me know when I'm free to go.
The argument between the two does not die down as the cop tries to inform him of what the driver can or cannot do. However, the driver wasn't one to back down easily and kept firing back with quick, sharp responses.
Also, what is your name? What's your name? Your name? Sheriff? That's your name? Sheriff?
Right above it, right there. You see it?
I'm not familiar with the English alphabet, sir.
Be on the ticket.
Okay, can I have an incident number, please? Oh, a ticket, okay.
So do me a favor, while I have you here, okay? I don't want you exiting the vehicle because you have a weapon in the car.
Did I exit the
I'm
vehicle? Did I exit the vehicle?
Give you a heads up.
Did I exit the vehicle? Hey, can I? You do have a dash cam, right? Very good. You can't just pull me over because I said the police. I hope you realize that.
The driver held his ground firmly, making it clear that he wouldn't answer the same questions over and over again. This frustrated the officer, who then began to make incorrect assumptions out of sheer impatience. The officer's frustration reached a boiling point, and with his patience hanging by a thread, he allegedly drew his weapon, turning a tense encounter into a potentially dangerous one.
May I say that I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job, but
So, let me understand.
No fines, no penalties.
May I ask you a question?
There's questions on there. There's the address.
Yeah, no, I have a question. Can you get your supervisor here, please? Is the stop over?
The stop is over. You may leave.
All right.
Please don't exit until I get out. Go ahead.
Well, you said the stop is over, right? Okay, I'm not getting out. I will. Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you your weapon, you I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already. Yeah. Did I get out of the car? Go. Yeah, right over there you can.
The cop had one hell of a night dealing with a hard-headed man, but the cop couldn't do much, since the driver knew more about the law than he did. Eventually, the officer let him go with a written warning. This next corrupt cop thought she could avoid consequences by repeatedly announcing her job title. Sadly for her, the act only lasted for so long. Shelby Elise Caniglo was found driving 56 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone on May 17, 2022, until she was pulled over and asked to show her ID. It didn't take long until she said this.
Has your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay.
And my driver's license is...
Huh?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Realization hits her as she does not have an ID on her. She resorts to announcing her position, thinking that she would be allowed to go freely. But the cop who pulled her over was not having it. Slowly, Shelby develops an attitude that is extremely clear in her voice. But what she does not realize is that this attitude will land her a consequence no one wants to face.
No? You don't... Do you have your ID on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deputy, but...
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you have any weapons on you?
I live right there.
Okay.
I would normally, but...
Do you have some kind of ID or anything on you?
My ID is not here, but I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have some kind of ID on you?
No. I was just driving. That way I dropped my friend off and then I went this way because I live right there.
I get that, but I pulled you over because you were flying past everybody and you were cutting.
No, I was just driving.
Okay, when I was pulling behind
way.
you, at this point you were going like 56 and a 40. You were flying.
No, I was not flying. I was just
Do you have your registration with your name on it or anything?
Well, this car is not mine, so...
Okay. Do you have anything with your name on it?
Was everything she had mentioned just a lie? Or was she simply trying to escape the situation without facing any consequences?
Do you have your work ID?
No, it's at home in my cruiser.
Okay. Where do you live at?
I live at...
Okay. So not the address in your license?
No. I live right there.
Whose car is this?
My father's.
Speeding past everyone is one thing, but doing it while under the influence and then being caught by the police is a whole different thing. That's what was noticed when another officer arrived on scene and had a conversation with Shelby. Shelby was asked to step out of the car, and that is when it dawns on her that she's in for big trouble. The strong and bold woman that was inside the car does not highlight or reflect the shell she's hiding in when asked to perform some tests on.
Can you walk over? Are you able to walk over here?
Yeah, in the fucking...
Well, no, I just want to get on the sidewalk so we're not.
Shit.
Okay, all right. Talking to you, I am getting some signs of impairment. Okay, can I check your eyes real quick?
Really?
All right, I want to give you every chance to say that you're fine. Okay. So can I check your eyes real quick?
This is what we're gonna do right now?
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice?
No.
And you pulled me over for going 10 miles over the speed limit.
You were going more than 10 over the speed limit. And
Really?
it's not just speed, it's also how you were driving.
No.
Look,
10 miles over the speed limit.
I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, unfortunately, we're past that point. You understand my position? All right.
Shelby tried her best to delay the test, but it wasn't going to be as easy as she thought to convince the police officer. No matter what baseless argument Shelby presented, there was a solid answer to all her questions.
What signs of impairment was I showing?
You've got bloodshot, watery eyes, you have slurred speech.
Nope. I want to know.
Okay.
Pulling over, what was the signs of impairment?
I'm not gonna...
Because I do not have bloodshot watery eyes because I have contact lenses in my eyes.
Okay.
I have contact lenses in.
I'm not trying to argue with you, okay? I'm hoping that you can show me that you're okay to drive. Okay? But I have to go forward with this. I have to at least investigate
No,
it.
I just want to know.
I explained to you. You smell very strongly of alcohol. Your movements have been very slow and fumbling. You have a very dazed facial expression. All these are signs of impairment. Okay? Again, if you're good to drive, perfect. But I have to investigate that.
Instead of cooperating respectfully, she talked about the officer who pulled her over in a demeaning manner to the other police officers. She seemed unable to see that she herself was the main issue here.
Is she new?
Been here longer than I have.
Then why is she doing this? When I live right there. She doesn't care. She wants to people over.
I'm pretty sure that's not what she wants to do.
So, in the sense of being a deputy, with her doing this, what are your thoughts?
What do you mean?
In the fact of me acing this or not, it doesn't matter, right?
No, I mean that's the point of this, right? If you don't show signs of impairment while you do it, it's better for you. That's why we give you that option.
I'm still gonna be perfect for this.
There you go.
But her disrespectful and non-compliant attitude comes to a standstill when she fails the tests. For one last time, the cop asks her how much alcohol she has consumed. And unsurprisingly enough, she bluntly refuses to do anything as such, even when it is apparent.
So why do you smell like alcohol?
I do not smell like alcohol. I smell like pigment.
That's not pigment. That's very strong alcohol. And I mean, you're a deputy, you know about HGN, okay? That's caused by alcohol. So, how much do you have to drink? Nothing? You don't want to be honest with me?
Since Shelby refused to comply, the cops put her under arrest. She did a breathalyzer test, which came out to a whopping 0.206, which is way over the limit of 0.08. The next day, the flaunting of her role came to an abrupt end as she was fired from her job. To misuse your power is one thing, but to not comply and lie, knowing that will end you in trouble, is another. These cops lost their jobs just because they thought their authority was higher than the others. They sure got a reality check. That was all for today's video. What do you think of these suspects? Let us hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications to stay updated. Thanks for watching.